Hi friends, today I will be going to teach you the topic, a very important person, a great novelist who got the Nobel Prizes, and he seems to be the father of the Indian literature, that is none else, Rabindranath Tagore. So related to that we are going to discuss about. If you go to see 50 years of independence, if you go back to see the history, you can come to know the struggle what our great freedom fighter did. And that was a time in Tagore's mind, it came such a things to write something where it can be able to make aware to the world. And the great poem today also it is being heard in the world itself. And that poem where the mind is without fear. Which was been written in the book of Gitanjali. Which is a book song offered to God, and it makes aware to the people that what is the duty towards our nation. Are we patriotic to our country? Let's go to this and learn something. Where the mind is without fear, which is included in this volume called Naibedya. Original poems bear the title Prarthana, means prayers. The poem is a prayer to God. The poem is all about Rabindranath Tagore. Would like to highlight it to my dear children, which was an imagination. The world itself accepted the great poet Rabindranath Tagore. During the time when India was under the British rule and people were eagerly waiting to get their freedom from the British rule. And that was a time where everybody had that to do something for the nation. And that is why this poem had given a lot of strength to the people who were struggling for Indian independence. It is a prayer to the Almighty for a hassle-free nation, free independence. And that was that kind of manipulation, corruption, which manipulate the mind of the people to awaken from this. It came in his mind, where the mind is without fear. Let us go to this poem, which is of written by Rabindranath Tagore, which contains 11 lines and have a lot of meaning in that, and which you can come to know that how far you are able to do for your country, do for your people. This is all from the inside to know that what you are doing it and what we should do it. Let's go through this poem. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragment by narrow domestic wall, where words comes out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led towards by the into ever widening through an action into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake. When you come to know about this thing, the thought and actions, it says something to us. To get awake from sleep and try to do the good things for others. Where the mind is without fear by Rabindranath Tagore poem was included in the volume called Naibedya. The original poem bears the title Prarthana, meaning prayers. The poem is a prayer to God. The poem was written by Rabindranath Tagore during the time when India was under the British rules and peoples were eagerly waiting to get their freedom from the British Raj. The poem has given a lot of strength to the people who were struggling for Indian independence. It is a prayer to the Almighty, and that is the prayer would like to give the message in the poem, that the dirty minds of the peoples should wash out from it, where the people is being manipulated due to corruption, power. Moreover, when we come to know about this thing, the word itself, Mahatma Gandhi, when we talk about the Mahatma itself is given by Rabindranath Tagore, the work which Mahatma Gandhi itself dedicated. And here we are talking something about him as an Indian art in the 19th and early 20th century. He became the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in literature in 1913, and he won it for his collection of verses and songs known as Gitanjali. The chapter 35, which has been taken where the mind is without fear, it depicts about that get awakened so that we can be able to help the society, help the country, the world, where today we are facing COVID-19 pandemic. And in this lockdown, you can come to know that nothing is going to be on this earth. Let us do some good things for the country, for the people, by the people. He is generally regarded as the most outstanding creative artist of the modern India of the subcontinent. And when we come to know about this thing, it recollect the Constitution of India, which was been written by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Today, what the people are enjoying, the freedom of expression, equality, where there is purity of thoughts and actions, where perfection is through hard work and fair means, while reasoning is not lost by superstition and old belief. The peoples are open-minded to new and good things. The people today have to be positive attitude should be. The people's mind should not get corrupt and manipulate. That is the message what Rabindranath Tagore would like to give in this poem. The poet ends his prayers by wishing his country to wake up into that heaven of freedom and try to help the nation, the world. Want you, and that can be possible when we come togetherness. The great poet W.B. Yeats, in his introduction to Gitanjali, he appreciated and said with the wonder, the genius of thoughts, exuberances of poetic skill that would surpass times and regions, reach humanity and mingle with the soul. That is the real what was there in the mind of Rabindranath Tagore. Dear students, by this you can come to know that do good, the good will come to you. Thank you.